I visited three of the most famous museums in the world, and this is what I learned. The first museum is the British Museum. It's been around for 300 years and has over 8 million artifacts. I was shocked that it's completely free to visit. The museum has everything from ancient Egyptian mummies to the Rosetta Stone. But my favorite exhibit was the Elgin marbles. They're thousands of years old and were taken from the Parthenon in Greece. The museum has 2 million more artifacts from the Middle East and Asia than anything else. The reason why is because of colonialism. When Britain had an empire, they took a lot of stuff from other countries and put it in this building. That made me think, should these artifacts be in a British museum or should they be in the countries that they came from? Let me know what you think in the comments. After the British Museum, I went to the Louvre Museum. It's the world's largest art museum with over 38,000 pieces. It took me 2 hours just to get inside because there are so many tourists. I saw the Mona Lisa, and I have to say it wasn't really worth it. It has just a small painting, and there are way better paintings in the museum like the Raft of the Medusa. It shows a true story of over 150 people who were abandoned on a raft, and only 15 survived. The craziest part is that it took the artist 4 years to paint, and he finished it 1 week before he died. There were also mummies and artifacts from ancient Egypt, but they weren't as impressive as the ones in the British Museum. That's because the Louvre gets way less artifacts from other countries because they don't have as much money. The museum gets most of its money from the French government. So if you want to see Egyptian mummies, go to the British Museum. But if you want to see amazing paintings, go to the Louvre. The last museum I visited was the Metropolitan Museum of Art. It has over 2 million pieces and is known for its collection of Impressionist paintings. I saw some famous paintings like Starry Night and a few others, but honestly, I was more impressed by the Egyptian artifacts. It made me sad that people would rip these statues and leave them in the desert for thousands of years. My favorite exhibit was the Arms and Armor collection. It was so cool to see real samurai armor and mummies from different cultures. Some of the armor was really intricate and beautiful. One samurai helmet even had a demon on it. I think it was supposed to scare the enemy. But honestly, it just looked really cool. All three museums were very different, but they were all amazing in their own way. If you want to learn more about the world, I recommend visiting these museums. You can learn a lot and it's free. Just make sure to plan ahead because these places are super popular. Now, I'm gonna tell you a secret. I didn't actually go to these museums. These are all fake stories that I made up. But I did visit these museums virtually through Google. And I thought it would be fun to pretend that I was actually there. So now I am gonna pretend that I am still in Paris and I am gonna tell you a little bit more about my experience. It has been raining for 3 days straight here in Paris, and I haven't seen a single ray of sunshine. I was walking around taking pictures and I realized that every picture turned out blurry because it was raining. It made me feel a little bit sad. I was hoping to have a nice view of the Eiffel Tower, but it was too cloudy. So I couldn't even see the top of the tower. The streets were also super slippery and I almost fell down several times. I walked into a little cafe to get some hot chocolate, but it was really expensive. I think they charge you more when they know you're a tourist. I decided to walk back to my hotel, but then I realized that I had a terrible idea. I didn't bring an umbrella and I got soaked. When I got back to the hotel, I ordered room service and went straight to bed. It was one of the worst days of my life. But then something crazy happened. In the middle of the night, there was a huge storm and the power went out. I was scared to go to sleep because I thought someone might break into my room. But then I realized that this is just part of the adventure. Even though I got really wet and cold today, I wouldn't trade this experience for the world.